Hey again, this video is in response to MMGamer91's comment, how to grow your eBay account fast and increase your limit increase as soon as possible. By the way, I want to know, how is life in Nicaragua? All right, cool. So I can tell you about eBay account growth. That's something that's pretty simple. So the fastest way to grow your account is to be able to max your limits. Okay, as long as you're able to post, I think it's over like 75% of your items. If you look at your account, there's going to be a limitation. Let's say you can only post 100 items. You need to get 80 items posted and then request an increase. So as long as you're able to fill up your limits, you can keep getting an increase. The only thing that's going to stop getting an increase is if you have an influx of bad feedback, okay? So you don't have to a lot of people think that sell-through rate is something that eBay looks at specifically. They don't, okay? I know this because I have a horrible sell-through rate. My sell-through rate is like less than a fraction of a percent, okay? But it has never once come up in my over 100 conversations with eBay support reps, okay? It isn't something that matters a whole lot. It's a metric that's useful to understand how your store is performing, but it isn't something that matters when it comes to a limit increase. All that eBay cares about, you're producing some sales and you're providing customers with good service and good support, okay? As long as you show that when you do get sales, you're giving the buyer a positive experience, they don't care if you're only getting 2 sales for every 10,000 listings, okay? So the fastest way to grow your account is by using some kind of posting software to post things in bulk. There's a couple tricks you can do as well. You can also post items that, if you don't want to post a ton of items, right? You can change your default quantity of your items to like 10, because this is going to make your account use 10 times the amount of dollar limit and also 10 times the amount of quantity limit, okay? So I used to think that eBay had an issue with that, but as far as I can tell, they don't care. They just look at your account limit and they see how much of it you're using, and if you're using up most of it, then they look to see that you're providing a positive experience for a buyer, and as long as you are, then they give you an increase, okay? You can get an increase every 30 days, so as long as you max your account, that is the fastest way that you can grow, is to continually max your account. So a lot of people come into this issue where they're optimizing items, right? And when they first start, it's really easy to max your account because you only need to post 10 items. And then, you get an increase and you can post 100 items. It's still really easy to max your account. But once you get into like 1,000, 2,000, it's pretty common for people to stop kind of trying to up their account limits because they can't post fast enough to keep up. So you have a couple options when you get to this point. One, you could bulk post things, and even if you just break even, you can think about it as you're paying to grow your account, right? So you are getting some kind of value from it, okay? But that's kind of a little bit more risky. Really, the best thing to do is just to mess with your quantity and the prices of your items, because you could just have a couple like pseudo items that you don't expect to sell that are priced for a couple $100, and then say you have like 10 of them available, because that's going to put 10 items out of your quantity and then like $2,000 out of your dollar limit, right? So the dollar limit is easier to fudge, but eBay doesn't like I said, people are going to disagree with me here, but eBay doesn't care how much you are. They don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the ratio between the listings you have and the sales that you're producing. They look at the buyer's experience. Is it positive? Ultimately, that's all that really matters, okay? So again, if you want to increase your account as fast as possible, you can grow it every 30 days, call eBay, ask them for a limit increase, but before you do that, make sure that your limits are maxed. And this is really easy to do if you just change your quantity of your listings, right? Like say that you can post 1,000 listings, but you only have 100 right now. Post like 8 or 9 like dud listings and then just change the quantity to be like 50, and then your account limits will be full, and then you can get an increase. You just have to make that number look like it's full. It doesn't actually have to be full, if that makes sense. It just have to appear like that to eBay so that when the rep looks at it, they'll be like, all right, he meets the criteria of having used at least this percentage of his account. So now we're going to look at his feedback and that kind of thing to see if he's providing a positive experience. And as long as he is, then we're going to give him some kind of limit increase. The limit increases range from like, I think it's like 40 to 100%. 100% is the highest, but if you count on like growing by 50% a month, that's a pretty accurate assessment. And ultimately, what's going to happen that's going to grow your account more, and the best really, is that you're going to get these automatic limit increases from eBay. And you get these after you've established selling history. I believe it's about 90 days. Once you've sold at a rate, right? So say you're doing 10,000 a month, your first month, it doesn't matter. But after you've been doing that for 3 months, that's a 90-day period, then you might be given an automatic limit increase from eBay. And these automatic limit increases can be huge. They can be like 5-10-fold of your current account. So those are how to grow the fastest, right? But ultimately, as long as you are selling something, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be selling that much. Even if you're selling like 10 things a month, you're providing a positive experience to the buyer. You don't have a huge influx of bad feedback and that kind of thing. Then all you need to do is keep doing that and call eBay every 30 days, ask for a limit increase. No matter what they tell you, even if they say call us back in 60 days, call every 30 days, no matter what. Okay? And then you'll be fine. You'll have a big account in no time. And I get that it may seem frustrating and it may seem like it's taking forever, but understand that it's exponential, right? So it may take you 10 months to get to a point where you can post like 5,000 items, right? 10 months after that, you're in the millions. Like, you get to a point where one limit increase grows your account by more than your account has grown since its creation. Okay, that's the nature of exponential growth. And that's something that you can tap into with eBay accounts and growing them quickly, okay? All right, and so now for the next question, how is life in Nicaragua? It's pretty amazing, honestly. Like, I feel spoiled that a human being can experience a regular lifestyle like this. I'm incredibly lucky, like so lucky. The Pacific Ocean is in the backyard. So it's like a 10-minute scenic walk to a coast that you can swim in that's beautiful and gorgeous and has a cool beach, and it's not filled with people. So like the most people I've seen when I've been there is like 3 or 4 other people. Usually there's nobody there. It's amazing. And right now I'm sick, so my head's all kind of fucked up because I just moved and everything in my life has changed, and that's intimidating and intense. But I'm working on building some momentum, and once this course is out, and it's amazing. It's so cheap to live here. You know, you can go out and have a night on the town for like $15-20. It's really cheap. You can go splurge money if you want to, but you can also live very cheaply here. It's great. And the internet isn't bad, but that's because Marc's figured all that out. He's already dealt with all this stuff. So because he dealt with this shit like 5 years ago or however long ago, I don't have to deal with it now, which is really amazing. And again, very, very lucky. So, all right. Thanks for your comment, MMGamer91. I appreciate it. Thanks for asking. I hope that helps with growing your eBay account. Just stick with it and call every 30 days. That's probably the most important thing. All right, cool, sweet. See you around. Bye.